Manny's gonna fight Tank after that.
How would they fight? Tank's 135 pounder.
Catch weight, 43, 44. Yeah.
Who wins that one?
I think Tank.
WBC shouldn't have sanctioned this fight. This is something that Manny Pacquiao shouldn't be allowed to do, but he's doing it. They're probably gonna make a lot of money off of it. It's gonna be a business success. But the fight is...
They keep talking about Gervonta Davis as a possible fight, man. You like that fight because he's little, like he's your size.
I like that.
As speculation of a possible $500 million mega fight between Manny Pacquiao and Gervonta Davis intensifies, the boxing community is horrified. The potential of showbiz, the adult entertainment industry, astounds both fans and experts. According to a reputable boxing commentator, this bout may result in the largest payout in the history of the sport.
I'm just gonna rub it in. Pause. I remember saying when Tank couldn't get a fight in, I was saying Shakur shouldn't have signed that deal with Matchroom if he wanted to fight Tank. Lomachenko, I said he ducked. But then when he couldn't find a fight, I said, hey, fight Manny Pacquiao. The reason why I said fight Manny Pacquiao at 144 was, number one, you can get the sensationalism and the crazy hype shit of a Jake Paul fight, right? It got the money grab on it. On top of that, though, he can prepare for 140 by fighting Manny at 144, get a training camp in at your weight class. Then he could come down from 144 and fight Tio at 140. Everybody said that don't make sense, Biz. Tank fight Lamont Roach, take a knee, draw. Grease and eye.
Comparisons have been flying high since it was announced that Gervonta Davis and Manny Pacquiao may face off. The opposing styles and histories of the two boxers are being discussed by boxing fans worldwide. Known for his ability to conclude a fight and his accurate timing, Davis frequently waits patiently before landing a deadly blow. Conversely, Pacquiao overwhelms opponents with his unrelenting energy, quickness, and barrage of blows. There is a lot of discussion about whether Davis's knockout ability can overcome Pacquiao's volume and expertise because of this stylistic mismatch. The battle pits contemporary explosiveness against traditional skill, but it's more than just a match between two fighters.
One of the most explosive lightweights of our time, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, against one of the most feared and ferocious explosive lightweights in history, Manny Pacquiao. Both men are southpaws and use genius traps to get their opponents to drop their guard and set up hard punches that end the night. While Manny Pacquiao was more of a volume puncher, we all know Gervonta "Tank" Davis was a one-punch knockout artist. Manny Pacquiao also had to chop trees down because he went up in weight throughout his career. Gervonta now is still at what looks like is his natural weight, so he's still able to use that power. Both men used amazing angles. Both men also used amazing momentum punches, meaning they would wait to the last second and then step in and catch the opponent coming at them, and it'd be like a high-speed collision. Tank Davis was great at creating openings to land that one-punch eraser, while Pacquiao created openings in a different way. He would do it by throwing lots of punches and really throwing variations from head to body, but the result would be the same. Both men would stop or knock out their opponents. If prime Pacquiao fought prime Tank Davis at 135 or 140, who wins? Tell me in the comments.
46 years old, by returning to the ring against top opposition, Manny Pacquiao is once again confounding expectations. At this point, the majority of fighters have either left the sport or moved into advisory positions, but Pacquiao's choice to come back creates challenging issues. Slower reflexes, less endurance, and heightened vulnerability to injury are common issues faced by aging athletes. In contrast, Davis, the servant, is in his physical prime and brings youth, strength, and speed to the table. However, Pacquiao has already outsmarted numerous younger opponents to his unrivaled ring IQ, tactical skill, and adaptability. Age-related physical facts cannot be disregarded, yet experience and time may still work in his favor, even if only marginally.
As a cash cow, as a star attraction, as something like a pro wrestler to an extent, you ain't gonna get the fights you want with this dude. You gonna get him fighting Mexicans and gimmick fights like this. Now, the sad part in all this is, in my opinion, is this fight is crazy enough to happen. It's gonna make a lot of money. It's gonna do good sales. But not only is it box office and big business, in my opinion, if promoted right, Looking at this motherfucker's resume, this is probably his toughest fight, in my opinion. A 45-year-old Pacquiao will be the closest thing to a 50-50 fight Tank's been in. And that's sad, that's fucked up, but it's the absolute truth. This is the closest thing he's been into a 50-50 fight, a 45-year-old Pacquiao. Me personally, I don't know what Pac-Man has left in the tank for me to say that this is going to be competitive. Comes to age, speed and reflexes are the first thing to go. Explosiveness are the first things to go. So off youth and explosiveness alone, Tank should be able to beat the old man. But the fact that this is even up for debate is sad, man. Like I said, stop looking at Tank as a star as a regular fighter. Look at him as an attraction. When he fights, expect to see the bitches come out. Expect your casual friends to hit you up, talking about parties.
Mario Barrios approaches his upcoming fight with Manny Pacquiao with deep respect and a sense of purpose. He doesn't view it as just another match, but as a career-defining opportunity. Facing Pacquiao, a legend whose legacy spans generations, requires not only peak physical condition, but emotional focus. Barrios recognizes that sharing the ring with such an icon is about more than the result. It's a chance to prove he belongs at boxing's elite level. He's fully aware of the magnitude of the moment and embraces the pressure that comes with it. At the same time, Barrios shows respect for Pacquiao's own challenge, noting that preparing for someone like Gervonta Davis won't be easy for Manny either. His perspective reflects maturity, balance, and determination ahead of a bout that could reshape his future in the sport.
I think I could take a lot from that fight, actually, man. You know, like the way Tank, you know, the way he closes his distance, you know, the way, you know, like he worked off his speed, you know, similar size. I think Pacquiao might be a couple inches taller. But yeah, man. So like again, all those fights, you know, they're like prepared me for this moment. You know, I got me ready for this fight, and yeah, just going back, you know, taking what I can, you know, from those fights as I always have, and then, you know, just work on everything.
When expressing his worries about Manny Pacquiao's possible fight against Gervonta Davis, veteran trainer Robert Garcia hasn't held back. Garcia has cautioned that this battle is not just perilous, but potentially deadly. Davis poses a significant risk due to his youth and hitting strength, particularly when pitted against an experienced fighter whose reflexes may have deteriorated. After beating Mario Barrios, Garcia thinks Pacquiao would think about retirement rather than continuing to fight opponents who may do him significant harm. His prudence stems from his concern for a legend whose previous glory shouldn't be eclipsed by needless danger, not from contempt.
Manny's gonna fight Tank after that.
How would they fight? Take 135 pounder.
Catch weight, 43, 44. Yeah,
Who wins that one?
I think Tank.
Why do they want that fight?
It's a big fucking fight. It's a huge fight, Ellie.
Who do I cover in that fight?
Huh?
I like both of them. But
Cover both of them?
Boxing experts are becoming increasingly dissatisfied with Pacquiao's current bout schedule. Many people think it's reckless for him to play Mario Barrios and maybe Gervonta Davis so soon after. Pacquiao may be worn out, exposed, and unprepared for Davis's explosive power due to the physical toll of the previous fight. Financial incentives appear to be driving the movement, but critics contend that sanctioning organizations like the WBC should be more cautious, particularly when dealing with an elderly athlete. Insiders cautioned that forcing Manny into consecutive battles may cause more damage than good.
Anyway, in Tank Davis. First, let's start with Manny and Tank. That fight's even more trash than this one because Tank Davis is a way better fighter than Mario Barrios, bro. Tank Davis would send Manny Pacquiao. That's not a good look. So Manny can call it out all day. I'm sure PBC would love to make that fight. Tank Davis, if you and your team watching this video, bro, anybody that's rocking with Tank watching this video, that's beneath you, bro. That man's 72 years old, bro. He about to get hands put on him by Mario Barrios anyway, in my opinion, so I don't think it matters. But even if he was to somehow win and defeat Mario Barrios, I would not want to see Tank Davis take on no damn Manny Pacquiao, bro. that shit would be all wrong.
The unbeaten fighter hasn't hesitated about the Pacquiao bout, as is usual of Tank Davis. Davis made it apparent that he is prepared to take on Manny at any time or place with a composed yet certain manner. His comments imply that this is about establishing his own legacy rather than pursuing a payday. For Davis, Pacquiao is a legend worth defeating rather than an elderly combatant.
Fighting somebody like Pacquiao, it give me hope for sure. It doesn't matter who I fight. It doesn't matter. As long as I put on a great performance whoever I fight, it doesn't matter. I don't believe that.
Talking about a fictitious bout between Gervonta Davis and Naoya Inoue, Manny Pacquiao gave Inoue the advantage. Although this viewpoint caused some controversy, it also demonstrated Pacquiao's realistic and critical view of Davis as a boxer rather than dismissing the task. Manny expressed his conviction in Inoue's technical supremacy while openly acknowledging Tank's strengths. Crucially, Pacquiao remained committed to the concept of facing Davis directly. His remarks reveal a boxer who is aware of the seriousness of the situation but isn't afraid to take on it.
So Manny Pacquiao was asked who he thought would win against Gervonta Davis versus Naoya Inoue, and he says he fights like I used to. In a media scrum for his shock world title return against Mario Barrios, which I still can't believe is happening. He's 46 years old. I don't know why Mario Barrios signed. Obviously everyone wants to fight a legend, but like, he's 46. You know what I mean? He could be your dad. But yeah, 8th division world champion Manny Pacquiao was asked to predict what he believes would happen if Davis and Inoue were to face each other at some point in the future. Inoue is fast. Inoue's style is like when I was young. I would definitely have to say not so much similar. I just feel like Pacquiao was a little bit more wilder. Inoue seems to have more compact, tighter punches, if that makes sense, but I can see the similarities in a sense that way. But yeah, I think, I don't know, it's hard, that's a lot of weight to cover. So I don't know who'd win that, honestly. Who do you guys think?